Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the procession. Please remain standing. Dr. Christopher V. Roberts, President of Auburn University.
War Eagle. Today we celebrate Auburn University's fall 2024 graduates from the Harbert College of Business, the College of Human Sciences, and the College of Liberal Arts. We'll begin our ceremony with the presentation of the colors. Gentlemen, please remove your headdress, and everyone remain standing for the singing of the national anthem. March on the colors. Gavin Lyle, a senior graduating today in music education vocal from Wetumpka, Alabama, will lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Gavin. Please be seated. Commencement is the most distinguished and important ceremony that we host here at Auburn University. And before we begin our program, I'd like to introduce some members of our platform party. As I call your name, please stand. Miss Elizabeth Huntley, representing the Auburn University Board of Trustees. Dr. Vinnie Nathan, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. And Mr. Gerald Pouncey, Jr., a 1982 chemical engineering graduate, Chairman of Morris, Manning & Martin, and today's commencement speaker. Dr. Brian Rush, Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, and Mr. Jeff Moore, President of the Auburn Alumni Association. Dr. Stephen Taylor, Senior Vice President for Research and Economic Development, and Mr. Kurt Sasser, Chief Engagement Officer for Advancement and Director of the Auburn Alumni Association, Mr. John Wagner, Secretary to the Board of Trustees, and Dr. Jennifer Mueller Phillips, Dean of the Harbert College of Business, Dr. Susan Hubbard, Dean of the College of Human Sciences, and Dr. Jason Hicks, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts, Dr. George Flowers, Dean of the Graduate School, and Dr. Shali Zhang, Dean of the Auburn University Libraries. We have a special guest with us today, Dr. Bill Hargrave, former Dean of the Harbert College of Business and Auburn University Provost Emeritus, and the current President of the University of Memphis. Bill, thank you for being with us today. Dr. Laura Downey, Associate Dean and Assistant Director of Extension in the College of Human Sciences, and Dr. Stephen Erath, Associate Dean for Research and Graduate Studies and Professor in the College of Human Sciences. Dr. Kevin Yost, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs and Truist Endowed Professor in the Harbert College of Business. Dr. Beth Davis-Sramick, Chair of the Department of Supply Chain Management and Forehand Professor in the Harbert College of Business. James Birdsong, Interim Director of the School of Aviation and Delta Airlines Endowed Professor in the College of Liberal Arts. And Dr. Jonathan Stanley, Director of the School of Accountancy and KPMG Endowed Professor in the Harbert College of Business. And Dr. Deborah Worthington, Director of the School of Communication and Journalism and Professor in the College of Liberal Arts. Dr. Bettina Christner, Assistant Professor in the Department of World Languages, Literatures, and Cultures in the College of Liberal Arts. And Dr. Lori Eckhart, Chair of the University Senate and Professor in the College of Forestry, Wildlife, and Environment. Commander Quincy Hochard, Executive Officer, Naval ROTC. Major Gemma Feduk, Education Officer, Air Force ROTC. And Lieutenant Colonel Richard Pugh, Executive Officer, Army ROTC. Dr. Jefferson Jones, Associate Professor in the School of Accountancy in the Harvard College of Business and our graduation marshal. And Dr. Heidi Haas, Associate Professor in the Department of History in the College of Liberal Arts and today's Mace Bearer. And Mr. Rick Smith, Senior Lecturer and Internship Director in the School of Communication and Journalism in the College of Liberal Arts, who will be serving as today's announcer. And Mr. Stephen Geis, Interpreter for the Deaf in the Office of Accessibility. Please help me in recognizing these leaders here at Auburn University. Our faculty and administrators are at the very heart of our university, and together they've worked very hard and tirelessly to prepare our graduates for this moment. So I'd like to once again thank everyone who's helped to prepare our students for this day. Now I'd like to begin by discussing the reason that we're here. And I just want to note to those of you who managed to not have an 8 a.m. class during your entire time here at Auburn, I'm glad now that you're getting to experience this rich opportunity. Would our graduates for graduation please stand and be recognized? That's all of you. You stand together, united by your hard work, determination, and your commitment to excellence. So graduates, I have one last assignment for you. I want you to take a second, and I want you to think about the people who've supported you throughout your Auburn journey. The parents, grandparents, spouses, siblings, and friends, even those who would not be here with you today. Now on the count of 3, I want you to turn and give a big Auburn thank you to those who are here today, watching or on live stream, who have helped make today possible. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, please be seated. I hope the War Eagle later is a little louder than that was. This is a monumental day, a milestone etched in the chronicles of your lives and our beloved university. The opportunity to gather together and honor your achievements is a privilege that we hold dear and one that we never take for granted. Since Auburn's inception in 1856, over 329,000 students have earned their degrees from our esteemed institution. And today we add precisely 1,852 more to this distinguished group. These are not mere numbers, however. Instead, they represent the profound impact that Auburn graduates have across our state, nation, and the world. And as torchbearers of the Auburn Creed, I'm confident that you will continue to shape the lives of others with your actions and your values. As you graduate today with your bachelor's degree, you now become Auburn's most important ambassadors. Your degree is not simply a piece of paper, it's a symbol of your responsibility to use your skills and talents for the betterment of society. My advice to you is simple. Live a life driven by the values that you all share, values such as hard work and a commitment to education, the human touch, and obedience to law, and honesty and truthfulness. These values are steadfast, instilled in you throughout your time here at Auburn, and will help you become the person you aspire to be. As you go forward, know that Auburn will remain a constant source of pride and humility throughout your life's journey, one that I'm confident will be defined by impact, service, and the pursuit of excellence. Our speaker today truly embodies these values. A proud 1982 graduate in chemical engineering, Mr. Gerald Pouncey is the chairman of Morris, Manning, and Martin, where he has established a profound career as a strategic leader in environmental law and infrastructure practices. Overseeing the environmental infrastructure and land use practice at one of Atlanta's top law firms, Gerald's remarkable contributions to sustainable development have enabled him to play a key role in improving communities both in the U.S. and internationally. With a focus on acquisition, disposition, and redevelopment of urban areas that have a significant environmental impact, including state and federal Superfund sites, Gerald exemplifies how an Auburn education empowers graduates to work wisely and trains their minds and their hands to work skillfully. One of the most notable projects he has led is the $2 billion Atlantic Station redevelopment in Midtown Atlanta, which was recognized by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency as the nation's best brownfield redevelopment. His impact is far-reaching, as he's also been instrumental in advancing legislative efforts to advocate for greater environmental stewardship through his work on the commission reviewing Georgia's Hazardous Waste Trust Fund and the principal author of Georgia's brownfield legislation. His leadership also extends to numerous organizations, including the Council for Quality Growth, the Georgia Brownfield Association, Georgia Conservancy, and the Georgia Chamber of Commerce. Gerald's dedication to environmental law and his commitment to fostering sustainable development ensures that what he's doing every day as an Auburn graduate leaves the world better than he found it. We are honored to have him share his wisdom with our newest alumni. Please help me in welcoming Gerald Pouncey to deliver your commencement address. Gerald?
Let's see if we can get a little bit better War Eagle this time. War Eagle. War Eagle. Much better. Thank you, President Roberts, for your kind words. And to those of you who are graduating today, over the course of my career, which is now approaching 40 years, I have had the privilege to meet with a lot of the prominent business leaders around the country. And when I have an opportunity, one of the questions that I always ask them is, what are the qualities that you've identified that lead most to career success and to career satisfaction? And ironically, almost all of them identify 4 traits. One or more of those 4 traits. 1, never stop learning. 2, be honest and be accountable. 3, do not fear failure. Persevere through that failure to success. And number 4, success requires hard work and commitment. Now, remarkably, each of these traits or principles is also spelled out in a 1-page document written over 80 years ago. It has fundamentally influenced my life. In fact, I have a copy of it sitting on my desk in my office, and I'm often told by other Auburn alumni how it transformed their lives. It is a timeless document and as applicable today as when it was written in 1943. The Auburn Creed, the document of which I speak, was written by George Petrie, Auburn's first football coach. He wrote the creed over 50 years later, after service to Auburn as a coach, as a professor, and then as an administrator. The Auburn Creed is the embodiment of all that Auburn represents. Each of you who graduate today will receive a copy of the creed as you come across the stage. And for those of you who are observing the graduation, each of you have a copy of the creed printed in your program. I encourage each of you to read it after the ceremony. It is a remarkable document, and it is uniquely Auburn. I will focus the remainder of my remarks on 4 principles that I described earlier and how the Auburn Creed spells out those qualities and those principles, not necessarily in this order, as a life critical to success. Principle 1, never stop learning. The Auburn Creed states it as, I believe in education, which gives me the knowledge to work wisely and trains my mind and my hands to work skillfully. For those of you on the floor today, you have recognized the value of that education by your success here at Auburn and your graduation from Auburn today. And folks, even though I have practiced as an attorney for close to 40 years and received my law degree from another university, I still consider the engineering degree I obtained at Auburn to be the foundation of any success that I may have enjoyed. That degree taught me how to think critically. That degree taught me the value of hard work. But most of all, it taught me that graduation should only be the beginning of my education. Each of you should strive to learn every single day something new and count that day a success only if you learn something which equips you to better face the challenges, and they will come, and realize on the opportunities that the future holds. Some of you in the audience will remember Jackie Joyner Kersey. She was a 3-time gold medalist champion and has also become a remarkable philanthropist in children's education. She stated, I maintained my edge by always being a student. You will always have something new to learn. The ability to learn continuously is even more important today than ever. We live in a changing world, and the only way to succeed is to adapt to that change, to learn from that change, and to seize those opportunities when they come. Jack Canfield is a noted motivational speaker, and he said as follows, change is inevitable. You can either resist it, you can get run over by it, or you can choose to cooperate with it, adapt to it, and learn how to benefit from it. Principle 2, be honest and accountable. Creed states, I believe in honesty and truthfulness without which I cannot win the respect of my fellow man. Folks, I cannot overstate to you the fundamental significance of this belief. Your credibility and in turn, your reputation is your most valuable currency. Nothing, not anything damages your reputation more than a belief by your coworkers, by your colleagues, or by your industry that your work is not credible or that you cannot be trusted. You must commit that your word is your bond, and when you make that commitment, honor it. Now, when you make mistakes, and you will, acknowledge them and own up to them. As an employer, I see that as one of the most employable attributes in anyone we're bringing on as a new associate. I see daily the permanent loss of reputation and trustworthiness that occurs in my profession and in others, and the resulting collateral damage when commitments aren't kept and when responsibility isn't acknowledged. Principle 3, do not fear failure. Creed provides, I believe, in a sound mind, a sound body, and a spirit that is not afraid. Although those first 2 qualities stated here, sound mind and sound body, are also extremely important, I'm going to focus on that third quality, a spirit that is unafraid. Do not fear failure. If you fear failure, you condemn yourself to limited opportunities. On a personal note, two of my most consequential decisions that I made in my life, I took because I viewed them as opportunities, even though they held significant risk of failure. The first was when I accepted a job to join the law firm where I practiced and where I've practiced since 1986. At that time, the firm had only 20 plus lawyers, relatively small firm, Atlanta speaking, and I had offers from all of the large firms in Atlanta. These firms were over hundreds of lawyers. The safe bet was to go with the large firm. But I sensed something about the firm that I joined, about the opportunity I thought would be created, and I made that decision to join the smaller firm. I made it because of the entrepreneurial spirit that I felt was within that firm and the opportunity that I thought that spirit created. And even though we've had challenging times, including the bankruptcy of a client of ours in the late 1980s, there was 60% of our firm revenue. And believe me, when that happens to you in your business, it's a wake-up call. We are now one of the nation's AmLaw 200 firms, well over 200 lawyers, and I'm privileged to be chairman of that firm. I've never regretted those decisions. The second decision I made was when I, along with a colleague, decided to start our environmental practice at Morris, Manning & Martin. But we made it a niche practice that focused on cleanup of sites through redevelopment of abandoned or underutilized properties across the country that existed in the urban core areas. This was a unique niche. It was something that was cutting edge at the time with a significant risk of failure. No one knew how this area of law would develop, where the demand would exist for the product, or more importantly, where we could ever get these products financed. However, since that decision, we have facilitated redevelopment of thousands of abandoned and severely underutilized sites across the countries, most of which were eyesores to the communities in which they existed and dangers to that community, both from an environmental and from a crime standpoint. And at the same time, we've managed to create significant value by cleaning up those sites from an environmental standpoint. Now those sites are bustling centers of activity, creating jobs, serving the communities in which they exist, sometimes bringing grocery stores and drugstores in islands where those don't exist. Tim Cook spoke to fear of failure in his Auburn Commencement address here in 2010. I've had a chance to view that many times in preparing my remarks. He noted that almost every successful person he knew had failed miserably sometime during his career. He opined that that failure had prepared them to persevere in subsequent ventures and ultimately had led to their success. And I think he's correct. Michael Jordan, probably the greatest basketball player of all time, I think summed it up best. I've missed more than 9,000 shots, actually. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. 26 times I've been trusted to make the game-winning shot, and I've missed. I've lost close to 300 games. I've failed over and over and over again, yet that is why I succeed. Principle 4, and the last of these principles, hard work. It's actually in the creed, the first of the principles. I believe that this is a practical world and that I can count on only what I earn. Therefore, I believe in work, hard work. In order for you to realize on the opportunities that come your way over the next 1, 5, 10, and 20 years. You must be prepared when that opportunity arises. And that preparation necessarily involves hard work. Spend each day preparing for those opportunities. Spend each day working hard and learning from your successes and failures. Spend each day going beyond what is expected of you. Colin Powell, a retired four-star general and this country's first black Secretary of State, noted, "There are no secrets to success. It's the result of preparation, it's the result of hard work, and it's the result of learning from failure." Now, ladies and gentlemen who are graduating today, if you commit yourself to these 4 principles that I've just discussed, and which are so elegantly set forth in the Auburn Creed, never stop learning, honest and accountability, never ever fear failure, and believe in hard work. If you commit yourself to these principles as you walk across the stage today, you have established a firm foundation for a successful life. Now, I committed when I began my remarks to focus on those 4 principles. I do want to mention one other from the Creed, and it's the last principle from the Creed. And because Auburn men and women believe in these things, I believe them, I believe in them, and I love Auburn. When I travel and the subject of Auburn arises, I'm often asked, what is this Auburn Creed? Is it real? And I tell them it absolutely is real, and it is what makes Auburn unique. You will have the support of a remarkable alumni base. Use it. I have the privilege of being the chair of Auburn's Engineering Council. So each day in that role, I see the support in the way of time, in the way of money, and in the way of opportunities that are provided to Auburn students and graduates by the Auburn Network. Almost every one of you are leaving Auburn University and this campus, but Auburn will always be with you. And as you walk across this stage today, you will become a permanent part of that Auburn family. Thank you, congratulations, and God bless.
Wow, that was a very inspiring speech, Gerald. Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to invite our provost, Dr. Vinnie Nathan, to recognize several groups of students graduating with academic honors. Provost Nathan.
Thank you, President Robert. Good morning, and War Eagle. Thank you. First, I would like to recognize those students graduating with honors based on their cumulative grade point averages. Students with a grade point average between 3.4 and 3.59 graduate cum laude, and I ask our cum laude degree graduates to please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.6 and 3.79 graduate magna cum laude, and I ask our magna cum laude degree candidates to please rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Students with a grade point average of 3.8 and above graduate summa cum laude, and I ask our summa cum laude degree candidates to rise and be recognized. Please be seated. Would all those who have earned a distinction within the Honors College please stand and be recognized? Auburn is home to several esteemed honor societies that recognize exceptional academic achievement, including Phi Beta Kappa, our nation's most prestigious academic honor society for graduates in the arts and sciences, and Phi Kappa Phi, our nation's oldest and most selective collegiate honor society for all academic disciplines. Would graduates who are members of Phi Beta Kappa and/or Phi Kappa Phi please stand and be recognized? Please be seated. Finally, I would like to recognize our military service members. Would all active duty and veteran service members in the audience, as well as our graduates who are being commissioned into our military services this weekend, please stand. Thank you for your service to our country, and please be seated. We now come to the conferral of our degrees. I now invite the deans of our colleges to come forward and present their student marshals and candidates approved by the faculty and recommended for the appropriate bachelor's degrees. The candidates for each college will stand when presented and then be seated. I invite Dr. Jennifer Moeller Phillips, the Dean of the Raymond J. Harbert College of Business.
Would Sophia Grace Elvey please stand? On behalf of the Harbert College of Business, I am pleased to introduce our student marshal, Sophia Elvey from Atlanta, Georgia. Sophia is graduating today with a degree in accounting and a minor in information systems management. During her time at Auburn, Sophie has been an active member of several campus organizations, including serving as president of the prestigious Beta Alpha Psi International Honorary and Service Organization, and as a member of the Harbert Executive Society and the Harbert Sports Analytics Club. That's pretty cool, Sophie. She was also a member of Alpha Delta Pi and worked as a peer tutor in the Office of Academic Support. After graduation, Sophie will be interning with PricewaterhouseCoopers in Atlanta as she prepares to pursue her master's degree in the Harbert College's Master of Accountancy program. Her professional goal is to eventually own her own CPA firm or become a financial advisor for a nonprofit organization. Please join me in congratulating Sophie. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the Harbert College of Business please stand? Trustee Huntley, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty and the Harbert College of Business, it is my great pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Susan Hubbard, Dean of the College of Human Sciences.
Would Allison Catherine Leffler please stand? On behalf of the College of Human Sciences, it is my honor to introduce our student marshal, Allison Leffler. Also from Atlanta, Allison is graduating today with a degree in Human Development and Family Science with an option in Child Life. During her time at Auburn, Allison has held several leadership positions within the college, including the HDFS Professionals Club, the College of Human Sciences Ambassadors, and the Peer Instructor Program. She was also an active member of Alpha Xi Delta Sorority, RUF Campus Ministry, and the Auburn University Running Club. Following graduation, Allison will begin her career in Charlotte, North Carolina as a child life specialist while she prepares to take the certification exam this spring to become a certified child life specialist and continue her work with pediatric patients and families experiencing hospitalization, illness, injury, and medical trauma. Allison's future plans are to pursue a master's degree in this field. Please join me in congratulating Allison. And now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Human Sciences please rise? Trustee Huntley, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Human Sciences, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Please be seated. Dr. Jason Hicks, Dean of the College of Liberal Arts.
Would Tyler Lloyd Rayleigh please stand? On behalf of the College of Liberal Arts, it is my pleasure to introduce our student marshal, Tyler Rayleigh. Tyler is graduating today with a degree in journalism with an emphasis in sports production. Tyler's passion for athletics and storytelling led him to sports media and guided his work as a writer for the Auburn Plainsman. Tyler was also an active member of the Auburn Marching Band, the Symphonic Winds, the Concert Band, Symphony Orchestra, and the Pep Band. Following graduation, Tyler will begin his career as a full-time staff writer with the Shelby County Reporter in Columbiana, Alabama, where he will cover a variety of news and sports. He also plans to pursue a master's degree in sports journalism to further his passion for writing on a larger scale at national events, with the ultimate goal of becoming a national sports reporter or editor for a major media outlet. Please join me in congratulating Tyler. Now, would all bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Liberal Arts please rise? Trustee Huntley, President Roberts, and Provost Nathan, on behalf of the faculty and the College of Liberal Arts, it is my pleasure to present these students for the conferral of the bachelor's degree.
Thank you. My name is Liz Huntley, and I am honored to serve as a member of the Auburn University Board of Trustees and thrilled to be here, even if it is 8 o'clock in the morning. I want to congratulate all of the parents and family and friends that have supported these graduates to reach this great milestone today. And of all the duties that are bestowed upon me as a member of the Auburn University Board of Trustees, this by far is my favorite, because it is a time where we get to see, and my legal colleague Gerald so eloquently in how he presented our creed and tied it into those 4 core values, and you get to take those core values with you because you are now going to become real Auburn men and women, because you have blazed the trail of getting that degree. And I'm very proud of all of you. So would all candidates for bachelor's degrees please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me as a member of the Board of Trustees of Auburn University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree to which you are entitled, with all rights, privileges, and obligations thereunto pertaining. Congratulations. Are we moving those tassels? Please be seated.
Thank you, Trustee Huntley. Graduates, you will now come forward to be introduced as Mr. Smith calls your name to receive your copy of the Auburn Creed from your college dean.
Would Dean Muller-Phillips please come forward as we recognize the graduates from the Harvard College of Business. Sophia Grace Elvey. Bryson Wayne Lyles. Meredith Helen Wade. John Riley Overkirch. Connor Newton. Ashley Best. Elizabeth Absher Lawson. Madeline Elizabeth Goff. Mackenzie Carden King. Henry Harris. Donovan Thomas Larkin. Alan Gray III. James Wesley Tarrant. Janaea Nyana Jones. Reagan Elizabeth Green. Olivia Grace Dennis. Kinsley Elizabeth Boyd. Elizabeth Jordan Teal. Catherine A. Pittard. Lauren Ann Bier. Alex Crafton. Jackson Lee. Ethan Arthur Oreda. Joshua Garrett Palmer. John Rademacher. Campbell Malone Ayer. David James Myers. Cooper Douglas. Quinlan Kilpatrick. Woodrow Wilson Herring IV. Samuel Wright. Jacob Mitchell Gill. Garrett Vest. Dylan J. Hyan. Jackson Everett McGill. Finn Marino. Gavin Patrick Tasker. Harrison Prince. George Peter Colettis. Alexander Stephen Moorhead. Joseph Vincent Donave. Thomas P. Dagnan. Joshua James Antonio Gill. Abigail Day. Sarah Chase Bentley. Caroline Grace Dark. Briley Caitlin Holder. Michael Ryan Davis. Charlie Ray Wallace Jr. Mason Howell Stickles. Daniel Robert Brooks. Madison Grace Revis. Allie Harrison Busby. Kaylee Pyron. Madeline Marie Baltz. Sarah Ann Hardiman. Joseph Lepardo. Mary Grace Myrick. I just want you folks to get a good look at you. Abigail Grace Hullett. Ethan Robert Harvey. Laura Elizabeth Roberts. Kate Wilson. Sarah Bethany Bannister. Lauren Wilkinson. Bailey King. Alexis Altenbaugh. Marie Elizabeth Hilliard. Lauren Elizabeth Leonard. Casey Mackenzie Cusick. Valerie R. Heffernan. Madison Catherine Murray. Min Tuan Nguyen. Du Trang Dong. Emery Morgan Norrid. Aspen Chapel Wakefield. Carrie Marie Bearden. Olivia Grace Ostel. Rosemary Carlson. Savannah Erin Nunez. Ava Renee Pierpont. Sophia Mylan Dean. Caroline Chandler Mandruck. Daniel James Lee Etherton. Madeline Nicole McKinney. Savannah Reese Johnston. Jermichael Slaughter. William Henry Grossi. Robert Ivan Davis. Bryce Benjamin Murphy. Robert Trey Hubbard. Carson Lee Milner. Emma K. Francis Arnold. Meryl Ann Hargrave. Dalton Brown. Zachary Michael Vance. Carolyn Virginia Ott. Jaden Brooke Trent. Leah Grace Osborne. Janice Hernandez. Gabriel Colin Norris. Sydney Elise Pate. Alana Taylor. Holden Garner. Oscar Chapman. Aubrey Elizabeth Trimble. Greer Townsend Gilbraith. Ryan Noah Anjam. Jack Lopez. Joshua Kadesh Keegan. Caroline Nichols. Margaret Emily Morris. Catherine Diane Finley. Brianna Lynn Davenport. Tyler Daniel Prince. Parker Thomas Hughes. Peyton Harris Towery. Luke T. Parr. Reagan Elizabeth Wagner. Olivia Elizabeth Garino. Connor Wallace King. Tyler Coppage Elrod. Julian Watts. John Tyler Helms. Jackson C. Rickwalder. Terrence Joseph McGaughan. Jackson Owen Cully. Alden Lee Andrews. Finnegan C. Smith. Parker Willoughby. Brianna Renee Bratcher. Alexis Cecilia Coleman. Avery Elizabeth Johnson. Joshua Michael Kelsey. James Cartwright Topeka. Alexa Nichelle Frank. Sarah Ansley Maceros. Sawyer Brock Wales. Henry Walworth. Han Ming. Taylor Elizabeth Bernier. Mary Cole Stange. Hannah Wills Wise. Catherine Irene Vallis. Jiahao Ping. Eli Harrison Pfizer. Porter Lee Smith. Jackson Blake Dyer. Michael Cole Kennedy. Emily Beecham. Ramsey Claire Motley. Casey L. Newman. Ethel Kosmeyer. Devin Charles Hadaway. Rebecca Kaylee Van Wettering. Natalie Jane Henderson. Mary Avery Tucker. Hannah Lee McGrew. Madison Taylor Hayslip. Pinchu. Zakai Lin. Matthew Joseph McGlynn Jr. Robert Gardner Vick III. Jianjian Li. Yohong Shi. Caleb Floria. John David Phillips. Carson Michael Autry. Carson Lawrence. Anna Mackenzie Potter. Mallory Lorraine Dearman. Haley Harper. Jackson David Frazier. Carter Severa. Nixon J. Blackwell. Willie Hurley. Cade Riley Holmes. Colton Charles Horn. Emilio Alejandro Ananua. Joseph Boone. Kaylee Vanderslice. Madison Nicole Neither. Matthew A. Howell. Jack Swan. Thomas McClellan. William Maxwell Pitcher. Eric Samuel Berry. Shin Chu Chin. George Dominic Seatat. George Shamblin. Nathan Kim. Emily May Loing. Emma Joy Wilson. Elliot Daniel. Michael Todd Lindsay. Matthew D. Freeman. Cameron Hall. Christopher Michael Hecht. Reed Parson. Weston Turner Walker. Jack Thomas Hoffman. Nicholas E. Greco. Summer Jolie Snell. Macy Thompson. Avery Hayden Davis. Emily Suzanne Hartzell. Allie Bell Thompson. Ryan Elder. Drew Richardson. Rocco Vincent Picon. Sarah Catherine Sims. James Birch Bullock. James Riley Solomon. Harrison Benjamin Osgun. Hudson A. Pierce. Joseph Cassidy Bowers. Eric Davis Young. Carter James Blankner. J. Patrick Leonard. William Michael Ryan. Hampton Cade Goodson. Silva. Alexander Charles Silva. Cassidy Webb. Abrielle Faith Wright. Ashley Elizabeth Harper. Ariana Tashayla Curry. Mallory Jane Mooney. Carter Samuel McCamey. Kendall Sandusky. Thomas Dockham Baker. Thompson Taylor Fester. Jake Michael Merritt. Jaron Odell. Austin Lake. Hunton Davis Arnold. Amelia Ellen Grady. Adrian Elizabeth Smith. Evan Vo. Yingxi Xiao. Cody Michael Stewart. Isabella Snow Nye. Carson Seth Brannon. Mason Peters. John Thomas Warren. Ervin Pham. Reed Joyner. William Douglas Ivy. Morgan Nicole Prudente. Corey James Owens. Jacob Michael Waters. Cameron Michael Lewis. Isabel Christine Meister. Olivia Camille Lazaro. Madeline Grace Sedlow. Jackson J. Cox. Bankston Jones. Gavin Greer Hardgrave. Christian Thomas Pellman. Blaze Isbell. Tyler Cohane Huff. Ethan Thomas Carr. Jackson Taylor. Isaac Edmonds. Carson Merchant Thomason. Jameson Reed Durham. James Benjamin Gamble. Shinru Hu. Samuel David Manning. Samuel Scott Acock. Josue Vela Castillo. Evan William Stevens. Stella Lyons Musselman. Brentley Nicole Watson. Xinhe Xu. Don Yang Pai. Madison Weisner. Brooks Michael Zorchin. Lainey Tate Poole. Alex Jun Lee. Gordy Peace. Gus Wilson Colvin IV. Alston Dayton Correll IV. Herschel Michael Smith. Andrew Clement. Mary Elizabeth McCoy. James Stephen Soteris. Charles Stanley Arant. Weston Harris. David Allen Angus Carson. Charles Alexander Holliday. Davis Jackson Futrell. Catherine Ann Wakeford. Robbins B. Manning. Charday Bass. Yaxing Tian. That concludes the Harvard College of Business. And we now ask Dean Hubbard to come forward as we recognize the graduates from the College of Human Sciences. Allison Catherine Leffler. Autumn Hartwell Emery Moore. Madison Avery White. Holly Rebecca Stone. Sydney Elise Ewing. Margaret Leverage Merritt. Maggie Krause. Chelsea Farmer. Maya Elise Hunter. Riley Sue Walker. Min Vu. Catherine Fowler Shackelford. Abigail Malloy Hennessy. Grace Elizabeth Wimberly. John Clay Easter Pounds. Lucy James Knox. Jamie Catherine Krauth. Tiffany Marie Novak. Autumn Carpenter. Emma Pittman. Ella Parker Biles. Alyssa Martinez. Molly Ferguson McCulty. Heather Page Liveoak. Reagan Elizabeth Anderson. Claire Kathleen Sullivan. Samantha Day Garrison. Ansley Elizabeth Gorley. Cody Adele Stern. Kenley Cook. Jolene Anna Burrows. Alexandra Sims. Mallory Morris. Hadley Michelle Lewis. Alyssa Lynn Johnson. Catherine Lynn Garnett. Erin Alexandra O'Keefe. Shannon Catherine Helen Barrett. Shelby Monarch Krieger. Adrian Gabriel Castaneda. Luke Goldman. Tyler Aaron Smith. Haley Gibson. Riley Marie Tucker. Caroline Elizabeth McCrary. Haneen Hashem Homsane. Katie Elizabeth Lawrence. Leanna Catherine Layton. That concludes the College of Human Sciences. We now ask Dean Hicks to please come forward as we recognize the graduates from the College of Liberal Arts. Tyler Lloyd Rayleigh. Luke Peyton Gorgala. Tucker Massey. Harley Reagan Madrick. Kateley Elizabeth Reese. Zoe Michaela Pemberton. Adam Parker Williamson. Connor O'Brien Pope. Sarah Mary Page McDonald. Sophia Hartman. Kaylee Grace Murray. Tiana Denise Hill. Robert Austin Burrell. Joseph Heron. Brenson Taylor Allen. Victoria Adderhold. Sutherland Ridgewood. Elizabeth Nicole Bartlett. Leah Michelle Reeves. Justin Michael Dowdle. Ethan James Smith. Jackson Willard. James Allen Enrique Mackwitz Mateus. Kimberly Ann Marler. Destin Irvin Price. William Bailey Croker. Gregory Anthony Stringer. Christopher Black. Jack Franklin Stevens. Hannah Rain Ellison. Hayden Clint Daniel. Hall Bice. Richard Ethan Moses. Colin Alexander McLaughlin. Miller Grace Roberts. Camille Lukash. Lydia Grace Bauer. Ada Karen Corder. Ruth Elizabeth Hellman. Elizabeth Grace Rogers. Carter Lucas Broughton. Preston Edward Beckner. Sebastian Philip Jones. Kadra Mackenzie Owens. Stuart Dios. Amanda Page Davidson. Samantha Ann McCreary. Abby K. Payne. Noah May. Amelia Ann Brodowski. Kaylee Lynn Stanikowski. Emma Herndon. Abby Caroline Bagwell. Reagan Michael LaCroix. Jenna Noel Baldwin. Madison Sotobeer. Grace Elizabeth McKinney. Zachary Taylor Smith. Mary Catherine Manning Allison. Anna Claire Phillips. Allison Kara Hart. Madeline Sierra Lord. Elijah Colby Sachs. Travis Ray Sanders. Rena Maria Felici. Mary Madeline Broom. Paige Amanda Benning. Carolyn Yvonne Lee. Olivia Jacqueline Hanses. Morgan Claire Allen. Mary Eloise Barfield. Jules Christian Weidman. Raquel Sidney Tamburello. Emma Francis Brady. Hayden Morgan. William Elliott Lane. Connor Matthew Christensen. Rivaldo Fairweather. Jalen Rashawn McLeod. Keontae Marshawn Scott. Austin Keys. Edward Terry Durant. William Grady Camp. Cooper Prater. Lorenza Baker III. Caleb Williams. Joshua Cameron Bundy. Brenley Thomas Pugh. Ashley Williams. Kara Serene Reinstein. Mary Claire Fields. Wesley Page Daniel. Natalie Claire Buchanan. Andrew Garland Agostinelli. Brooke Brewer. Isabella Maria Vidales. Haley Peyton Smith. Jenny Wayne. Rochelle Angeli Plumley. John Patrick Walsh. Jackson Timothy Haas. Jacob Tyler Waldman. Storm Reef. Kyle McClellan Fortich. Samuel James Short. Noel Amaya Peters. Michaela Montserrat King. Rachel Ann Davis. Sierra Coptis. Savannah Peyton Lanius. Annalise Renee Kruger. Jasmine Greathouse. Casey Lynn Luster. Alexis Ray Shad. Kylie Frazier. Chasey Ann Loie Myery. Emily Preston McGonigal. Hannah Prather. Juwa Lee. Clara Alt Slauson. Joy Harmon. Tomas Restrepo. Hannah Elizabeth Brooks. Lewis O'Loughlin. Rebecca Lee Hamilton. Kinsley Joy Davis. Faith Elizabeth Richardson. Mackenzie Grace Parson. Happy graduation. Charles Terry. James Hunter Jackson. Jillian Den. Bailey May Wells. Holly Mackenzie Tillerson. Nicole Catherine Bellata. Emily Reagan Brutko. Jason Samuel Atkins. Han Sing Rai. Ella Rose Such. Melissa Valentine Graham. Maggie McMillan Peacock. Ryan Andrew Bledsoe. Paige Marguerite Zaccaro. Carolyn Eileen Kuljak. Catherine Jane Roberts. Samuel Thomas Festoso. Santiago A. Rodriguez. Hunter Paul Vaccaro. Andrew Hamner. Jillian Marie Vaughn. Madison Joe McDaniel. Amanda Jane Mershak. Thomas L. Walters. Peyton Pearson. Carson Avery Scott Honeycutt. Hayden Scott Cranford. Emmett Thomas Mayer. Eric Christian Schroeder. Daniel Angel Rodriguez. Noah Miller Henry. Kevin P. Danley. Davy Jarrett Graham. Alexander Evan Friedman. Paul Andrew Prim. Jeremy Cowan. Gabrielle J. McLaughlin. Lanita Sunshine Martinez Cotney. Ella Horsley. Abigail Corinne Grunwald. Jamie Thrasher. Zachary Thomas Holmes. Noah Hayden Hinton. Alexander Thomas Marr. Ilji Jian. Sandra Elliott Johnson. Madeline Kate Beach. Olivia Lee Hamilton. Samantha Medell. Patrick Kendall Tousley. Mary Lee Lazary. Yamari Alexandra Valdez. Emmeline Hope Etheridge. Grace Adrian Dole. William Campbell Leach. Reed Gaston. Lawrence J. Carpenter III. Andrew William Morales. Jacqueline Elizabeth Sumner. Lena Landry. Miles Knight. Chloe Choi. Victoria Elizabeth Perry. Alexander James Barton. Karen Clark Robinson. Sarah Grace McGinnis Autry. Christina Lee. Lily Grace Dew. Landon M. Raby. Bishop Dakota Blythe. Ryan Logan. Grant Hidalgo. Stockard Elizabeth Rayburn. Gertrudetta Cineri. Olivia Castile Stone. Jalen Desiree Smith. Eva Grace Spencer. Robert Dylan Luttrell. Elijah Richards. Emily Page Zavadil. Junyup Kim. Taeyang Ho. Madison Taylor Ferner. Garrett Lynn Lamoro. Alec Wise. Riley Howland. Lucas Robert Bird. Ty Taylor. Aiden Malik. Eli Phillips. Cameron Howell. Anthony Zancan IV. Ella Catherine Oliver. Madison T. McCade Carter. Eric Robert Jessel. Lauren Elena Stover. Zachary Clay Dansby. Aubrey June Miles. Ava Janine Marchese. Colton Reed Smith. Braden Cole Bethart. Lachlan Robert McLoon. Lucas Oney. Ian Garrett. Caden Newman. Jaden Muskrat. Braxton Buckner. Jalen William Witt. Coleman Larry Galbraith. Emmanuel Wewajala.
Hello.
Trinity Love.
You're the last one?
Ashante Harvey. And that concludes the College of Liberal Arts.
Let's congratulate all of our graduates one more time. At this time, I'd like to ask Mr. Jeff Moore, President of the Auburn Alumni Association, to offer our graduates an official welcome. Please help me in welcoming Mr. Moore.
War Eagle. All right. Thank you, President Roberts. Congratulations again, and now that you've fulfilled the academic requirements to earn your degree from Auburn University, you join an esteemed alumni network bound by the principles of hard work, honesty, and truthfulness, and a spirit that is not afraid. During your journey at Auburn, our devoted faculty and staff have sought to prepare you for future challenges by fostering innovative learning and strengthening your resilience, nurturing your personal and professional growth. You are now poised to take on the world. Your hard work thus far is merely a prelude to greater achievements. While your education at Auburn is a springboard for your future success, the meaningful connections you've made here will continue to flourish as life takes you in different directions. Auburn University alumni have used their degrees to serve others, better their communities, and succeed in ways they may have never imagined on the day they wore their cap and gown. I have no doubt each of you will follow in these footsteps. As you go forth, remember that Auburn will always connect you to each other, whether you stay in the loveless village or move across the world. There are plenty of ways to stay connected to the Auburn family. As president of the Auburn Alumni Association, I'm honored to officially welcome you as Auburn alumni. I'm so proud to share this special day with you. May you always believe in Auburn and love it. Once again, congratulations, and War Eagle.
Well, congratulations to all the graduates whose degrees were conferred this morning. And graduates, thank you for choosing Auburn University. It's been our pleasure to serve you as educators and mentors and your friends. May you experience a truly successful life. You may now turn your tassels to the left. We will conclude our ceremony with the singing of the alma mater led by Hope Elise Brown, who is graduating today with a degree in music education. Please stand and remain standing until the platform party has recessed from the stage. Would everyone please rise?
Sun-kissed sky, proudly stands our alma mater, banners high. To thy name we'll sing thy praise from hearts that love so true. To thee our loyalty, the ages through. We hail the offer that we vow to work for thy just fame, and hold in memory as we do thy cherished name.
Thank you for joining us. Congratulations to our graduates. We ask that all graduates exit this way. Those in the audience, please exit and meet your graduate at the meetup tent in the parking lot. Congratulations. Have a good day, War Eagle.